from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Williams. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week, and in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Covered by Patrick Queen.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
After that run for a first down, I don't know the confidence could be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Justin Madubuike has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Throw left side, complete. It's Boyd. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
And 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Gould is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Bengals 3, Ravens nothing.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
Jakeem Grant on
number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Allow me a second here to gush, because in his college career, the only player in NCAA history to rush for over 1,500 yards and pass for over 3,500 yards in a season, and he did it twice.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. Yet he only won the Heisman Trophy once.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
a gain of 9.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 55 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
24-yard gain.
These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Jackson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Baltimore.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Slant pass to Bull. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On the carry.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. On 1st down, Dobbins. 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup there on the run. 39 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Bengals 3.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Bengals 3.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 27-yard line.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
It's third down.
To throw again is Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Jackson's going to look to run it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And 5 at the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Number 81.
From 6 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Burrow will throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 24-6 was the final score. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Tyreek Hill with 3 touchdown receptions. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Play action. Now Jackson.
At the 20-yard line.
His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that takes us from second to third down.
It's third down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Williams to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the delay, it's Mixon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second down, here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
Burrow's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Jackson going to look to do it himself. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He was brought down by Mackenzie Alexander. 2 yards on the pickup.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Here's Jackson on third down. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
7 at the 7-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
On third down, Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On first down, Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Mixon on the carry.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
First and 10 at the 42.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Nixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
On the carry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Travion Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud.
You did.
My bad.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is Jakeem Grant. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10. at their own 20.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 13 yards remaining on second down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start with the option. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins.
Burrow's pass complete to T. Higgins. That's a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Number 80.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
brings up 2nd and a yard.
And here's Jackson on the option. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker now to add the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Williams to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now it's Burrow. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
Their own 46-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Complete to number 81. A gain of 9.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
3-yard pickup.
From the gun, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10. At their own 30.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Ball carrier.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's a run with Mixon. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
Short of the goal line.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Jackson's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Jackson will throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And the Raven first down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.